Okay, recording. Okay, so what brought you out here?
Just try to get the vaping industry out there and about, talk about it. It's not really a bad thing at all going on with it, so just trying to get it not banned.
Very true, very true. So what are some things we can do to build the vape community?
Get more people off of smoking and more on the vaping and realize it's not really a bad thing at all. It's actually better for you than smoking by far.
Very true, very true. So, like with the like a lot of the Juuls going on, what are your thoughts on a lot of the lung problems going on with that?
Well, mostly the lung problems aren't caused by vaping. It's more of like the fake cartridges things that are going around on the street. So, with this being banned, that's going to cause more problems. So then all the vaping stuff is going to go on the streets, and then it'll be even worse than what it is now because you don't know where it's coming from. So.
Okay, we good? Okay, so what brought you all out here?
And we're just spreading the love. Yang 2020, humanity first.
Exactly. Yang Gang, make America think harder, not left, not right, but forward. We want Andrew Yang to be the next president of the United States.
So what are some policies you think that are going to really benefit our country in the long run that he's proposed?
Let's see. He's got over 150 policies on his website, yang2020.com, but let's see. He's got the freedom dividend, which will help all Americans bring themselves out of poverty, help fuel the arts, help us raise our children better, help us fix all of our problems. We have car problems, daycare, put thousands of dollars for each person or millions in each community, create a trickle-up economy. We got to focus on automation for the most part, because thousands of jobs could be lost, millions of jobs. And there's 7 companies right now that are working on putting self-driving trucks that don't need a driver on the road. I mean, a truck driver is the most, I think it's the most popular job in 29 states. So what are those truckers going to do after they lose their job, man?
We have to help them transition. There's nothing stopping us from voting ourselves a modest dividend.
And we can't retrain them. Like, government retraining programs only work 0 to 15% of the time. Last time I checked.
Retraining doesn't work. Primarily 0 to 15% is the success rate, and half of the people are not even working, and half of those people are
end up on drugs, kill themselves, like
record high suicide rate.
It's so bad that the U.S. Life expectancy rate has dropped 3 years in a row, and the last time that happened was during the Spanish flu, a global pandemic.
So what are your
I don't think there should be any wall.
Why is that?
If you talk to the people that are on the border, like I haven't, me personally, but Beto O'Rourke in El Paso have the lowest crime rate. I mean, everything just gets blown, like you said, blown out of proportion. That, people coming over across the border, like one of Bevin's commercials says, all the illegal immigrants are going to be swarming Kentucky. I mean, that's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
Very true, very true. Speaking of illegal immigration, I forget what state it was in, but there was a food processing plant where there was an ICE raid, and I think the number was in the triple digits, I think, of the amount of illegal immigrants they detained. So what are your thoughts on that? What do you think about that?
It's a really touchy subject, but at the same time, now that company, whatever it was, has no workers.
Very true, very true. Yeah. Well, would you say that they have actually committed a crime? Because in order to get hired somewhere as an illegal immigrant, you have to have like a social security number, and a lot of those people actually stole someone's identity. Some people weren't even alive anymore. Not to mention they did.
I know, this is like here's.
No, that's a thing. In order to get a job as an illegal immigrant in the United States.
There's never been any evidence found of that being any major problem.
They're stealing someone's identity,
and they have not found
these identity thefts. At the food processing plant.
And also the plant in Mississippi, that was the owner of the company, because they filed complaints about.
Owner of the company did what?
The owner of the company called ICE.
And he should have.
He hired them.
Yeah, and he shouldn't have. He broke the law.
The hundreds of people detained, a lot of them were released because they're not undocumented immigrants, but you didn't ask her that. You just said,
I was going into the topic. I was going to, calm down, ma'am.
Remember what state?
Calm down. But
First of all, you
I'm
can't
just
cover
we were
what's
just
saying.
we were just having a
You're-
calm
no,
conversation.
You're questioning her.
I went
So
to another
it's
topic because she brought up the topic, ma'am.
First of all, it's Mississippi.
I'm really sorry about this, ma'am.
All right. First of all, it's Mississippi since you don't
Yes.
have the facts. Second
Well,
of all, you
sorry,
said
it's just a state and I forgot.
Am I going to finish the sentence? You said hundreds of illegal immigrants were detained. It's undocumented immigrants. People aren't illegal.
No, people are illegal. You cross into
Human
another
beings-
country,
human beings
and that is
are not
illegally
illegal.
entering.
Okay, the
You're
act is
illegal.
The person is not illegal.
You're
They're
illegally in
undocumented.
another country,
Second of all,
ma'am.
hundreds were not detained. Hundreds of people were detained. A lot of them were released
hundreds
because
of
they were not undocumented.
They were detained still, ma'am, and a lot of them
But
actually
then
stole a
you said
bunch of
hundreds of-
social security numbers, which is stealing someone's identity. And a lot of those people, and a bunch of those people were actually dead.
Familiar. Do you work for Project Veritas? Can we see
What?
Yeah, what is this interview for?
It's for my YouTube channel. I just
What's
go to
your YouTube
the
channel?
Red View. I just go around asking questions.
What is it? The Red View. Oh, well, that's telling.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Is it
think
all
it's-
uneducated questions?
Can we see your entire head and face? And which foundation or think tank do you take your cues and funding from?
I'm not funded by anyone.
Foundation, Olin Foundation.
Dude, I just graduated high school. I'm not funded by anyone. That's why what?
You put all our faces on camera. You don't get to see yours. That's
What up,
better.
man? My name's Sam. Follow me on Instagram.
No, thank you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm
If you want to
busy,
follow
you
it,
know?
it's sam1776.pdf.
You know, there's so many.
So, Bevin sucks. So, what do you? Okay, so why should my rights be infringed?
They're not your rights.
Yes, it is. I'm 18. I'm legally allowed to own a rifle and a shotgun.
Any firearm you want? That's
I said
in the Constitution.
rifle or shotgun. You clearly just didn't hear what I said,
And
ma'am.
what did Beto say he wanted to ban?
Rifles,
AK-47s.
which are fully automatic, and you have to go through the
AR-15s.
AR-15s are not a military-grade weapon, ma'am. That's what he's saying.
You should talk to
AR-15
the
is.
creator of the weapon.
Okay,
What
but
he
listen.
said before he died.
Okay, here's the history of the AR-15. Armalite. The company Armalite created it in the 50s. Okay.
And the owner said, the creator said, what is on record.
They fell
he
through.
created
It fell
for the
through.
military,
Okay.
for the battlefield.
The reasons behind things are made can change over time, ma'am. So the AR-15.
When you make something,
still
you
the
make it
same,
for a
babe.
reason. That doesn't change.
You realize it's a small caliber rifle, right?
Do you understand what it's done to people? You don't have an absolute right.
Do you realize what pistols can do to people too?
This shooter in Las Vegas that shot on 86 people in a matter of seconds.
With a bump stock, and those are not banned.
My
In
God.
Ohio, the cops responded in less than a minute, and all of those people still died.
Yeah, and a lot of them.
Less than a minute, and all of
Are you
them still died.
what? Okay, what shooting again?
Dayton.
Dayton.
There's been a lot.
That's the Walmart. That's the Walmart.
No, that
that's.
was in Texas.
Yeah, that's
That day, there was one in Dayton of people waiting to get into a bar.
Yeah. So do you think people should conceal carry firearms? So say someone over there started shooting, and say I was 21, I owned a pistol, and I was concealed carrying. I could stop that a lot faster than a cop could.
Less than 30 seconds? That never happens. The good guy with a gun is a myth. Look
Do you
at
realize-
other countries
do you
that have
realize-
strict gun laws.
Do you realize that
Are
over
they more
500,000 to 3 million instances alone occur every year? Just instances of guns being used in a defense manner.
Do you know that if you
Do
have
you realize how many lives that is? Oh!